It's like halfway into the year, right? I go to a class, the teacher will look at me. You're not from my class, what are you doing here? Bro, 你在做什么啊？哇，很 very sad
Your first few videos.
很 cringe I agree
When you came out of army, did you study media or?
I was never in media. I was never trained.
Okay. Did you pursue your studies after that?
Yeah. After my secondary school, I went to ACCA. Association of Chartered Certified Accountant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
why didn't you practice in the end?
Okay, so if you choose the route of ACCA directly after secondary school, right? So the thing is, I think I did average for my O-level results. I won R4, very good question, how much? I think R4 12, R5 15 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I had options.
Right.
I can go JC, I can go Poly. Then I chose the ACCA route because I wanted freedom of time so that I can do my business while studying. So the first year is a diploma link program. We did that, then we went to NS. After NS, during NS, I applied to study. Yeah, so I was doing my degree equivalent during NS. So after NS, right, I was one sem away from graduating with a thesis paper to write. Yeah, but at that moment, I already had my printing ongoing.
Right.
Then that particular day of the exam, right, I had a delivery to make. So I held the goods in my hand. Then I see a DO. Then I see the entry sheet for the exam paper. It's like, 考试永远可以考啦.
Then you went to deliver.
To deliver the goods. Yeah. After that, 就没有 return.
Then you never resign for exam.
Never. After that moment, 就是没有回头路了.
Okay.
Yeah, cause 我的 ACCA once you lapse your membership, right?
You have to restart.
Yeah, from your diploma.
Right.
So technically, diploma also don't have.
So you sort of burn your own bridge.
In a way. In a way. And my parents were very against it because they were scrimping and saving to fund my education. Yeah. And ACCA is not exactly cheap. Yeah. So they funded already. Then halfway I just 没有交代. I dropped out.
That was after army.
After army.
就大概20岁这样，20多。
21, I think, or 20. 21.
So now, after 11 years, 21到32, you're running 3 businesses, and I saw like in some of your interviews, 3 businesses are all doing very well, more than 10 mil revenue. What advice would you give to the younger generation? Like,
I always tell them trust the journey. Yeah, but you cannot blindly trust the journey.
I mean, like when they're at a crossroad, like back then you were at a crossroad, like you were looking at your delivery order versus the exam, and sometimes like things are so uncertain, right, for young people.
Yes, I remember that uncertainty.
Yeah, like, and of course, like the traditional route is always like our parents will, because they love us and they fear for our future, they will always say, let's go the traditional route, get all the certification you need. Then after you have more choices. But it seems like for you, as an entrepreneur, you created your own choices. Yeah. What is your advice for younger generation who are at a crossroad now?
I think eventually it boils down to your gut feel. You know this particular instinct. You have to follow. In the past I would say that like whatever your parents want for you and is what they want is good for you might not be what you want. But I realized that I was in a family whereby the mindsets were a bit traditional. Yeah. So they wanted good for me. They love me. But they don't know how to help me in the aspect where I want to be. You get what I mean? So at that point, I didn't listen because they didn't possess the capacity to advise me on what I want. So I went my gut feel. But you see, if today I'm born in an entrepreneur family, then they advise me for something, then one most likely I will listen. You get what I mean?
Because you saw it already.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So now we see more things. We grow up, our awareness of stuff is a bit different.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I think eventually it boils down to your gut feeling and just don't do anything illegal along the way. Because I especially when you're younger, I feel that
very ambitious.
When you're ambitious, right? sometimes you want to take shortcut. So when I was 22, 23, that period, right, I was just picking up in my business. But some of my friends, right, just rich already. Yeah, like no reason one. Yeah. Those are the ones who took the shortcut. Enjoyed that short period of gain, right? Then they disappeared. They really disappeared.
You never see them already.
找跑路的跑路，被关的被关。Yeah.
Right.
So yeah lah. So I feel that follow your gut instinct lah.
Yeah. And you're after sustainable success.
Yeah. So the things I do quite long term. If I don't see myself being able to autopilot this thing, and this thing like I think got substantial future one, I won't even enter.
You don't want to touch.
Correct, cause 很浪费时间，很浪费精力。
And do you feel that along the years, just like you mentioned some of your friends, do you see this now also? Like a lot of people, because they during their 20 to 30s, because you are young, you want to try a lot of things, you want to explore, but sometimes you lack the patience to be consistent, and then end up 可能到30多的时候就没有一个 specialty 或者是 like 他们没有专攻一个东西。
Correct. So it's very obvious when someone grinded their way up for that 6-7 years, they learn a skill. Then when they reach their 30s, right? It can be entrepreneurship, it can be work, it can be anything. But they are in an area. You know what I mean? Which area 赚多少钱，这个就看 macro environment Yeah, but if you are 真的 dabbling left, right, center, right, then 你到30岁 sometimes you will feel a bit lost， 因为你什么都 try 过 ，but 你什么都不会。Yeah, so 有这个 problem. So I still feel that a lot of successful people there's this particular trait about them is that 他们做东西也顾，你懂吗？我要把这个东西做好，我就继续做。有可能 starting I look like a joke。把它就继续慢慢把它越做越好，慢慢来。Yeah, then time will tell 啦。Yeah, then of course 如果这个东西真的做不下去 ，3 years later 他这个人cut， then 他 reform something else. But there's more to that, you see, especially in a very small country like ours 啦。although 这个世界观比较小啦 ，okay, but in a small country like ours where everyone know one another like 你是一个这样的人it's like， 你有没有听过这个人bro 这个不可以的啦，哇 brother。你的东西你就被 jam 住了。Yeah, you get what I mean?
Yeah. Your reputation is important.
Yes, 这个
right.
It goes a long way.
Just now you mentioned like building the skills along the very important years, or 20s or 30s. What is one skill that you feel that you have grinded over the last 11 years that has helped you to be who you are today? 最重要的 skill 是什么？你觉得你自己 grind 出来？
我觉得是 investing in myself。老实讲，I mean 你讲 soft skill, hard skill， 我跟你讲我的 Photoshop 多厉害，没有用完。我跟你讲我的 video editing skill 多厉害，没有用完。I just think is the concept of 你要自己 invest in 自己 ，and by investing in 自己，我是在讲 in the way of opening up your mindset, broadening your perspective, and go for things that put you in uncomfortable positions to 去挑你自己啦，你明白吗？Yeah, then 你才会进步。Cause 我觉得 skills 一个东西 ，that is 一个 base layer。你的 what is inside here is very important. Cause there's a saying online， 你赚不到你认知以外的钱。Yeah, cause you don't know what you don't know. And when you don't know, you cannot even go there to play the game there and earn the money out of it.
Right. When you look at like this 11 years, and then you look at the 3 businesses you built, 做生意最难的是什么？最痛苦的是什么？做生意
最难的，
最痛苦的东西是什么？
管人。I think most 老板 will tell you the same thing 管人yeah, 因为人是有情感的嘛。Yeah, and it's a very like we share like 我们自己是一个 talk show 嘛，所以 we always share that. For example, 有你的 first hire， 你懂哇，永远是一个哇 like I want the best for you， 你 pour your heart in everything， 你帮他 grow， take care of 他 family needs everything right。今天那个人辞职没有错的，他just 要自己进步，他觉得他在这边的那个单身也打不了。
Yeah.
Then 他要去另外一个 place explore 他自己要做的路。
他的
season you wish him hell 的 you wish him hell 的 like deep down 你 wish him hell 的 but 它是一个很心酸的感觉。Yeah, so as 老板我觉得 it's always about balancing this thing. Yeah, like when do you actually get too invested? And when do you actually stay too distant? 我不懂。
Yeah,
那个是我觉得最难拿捏的一件事情。
Yeah. 有时候 especially 人跟你久的时候有点像你的孩子这样。
Yes.
Yeah, because you grow with them and like maybe they join you when they're 20s and 他走的时候他是 30s. Yeah. Now when you have like 3 businesses and then you manage like 3 different teams, right? 最 satisfying 的是什么东西？
Actually 很肤浅的答案啊 but I it's very satisfying when I see my people grow. Because I always have this belief. I am successful not by what I have. I am successful by what my team have. Yeah. 就是如果今天 like 我玩一个40-50个人的公司，我在辆 Lamborghini， 我住 landed， 我家去 luxury holiday every day， 然后我的 guys struggling to survive. That doesn't sit right with me 啦。Yeah. So but 如果今天那些我驾一辆 Merc， 然后我的 guys 全部都有Toyota， I'm very happy. That kind. Yeah. 然后如果全部人by the time 可以 upgrade， 全部人换 Merc， even better for me. Yeah.
就是一起成长，一起进步。
I like that. Yeah. I really 喜欢看，
就是分享啦，分享的那种 mindset.
Yeah. 我
分享利润的 mindset.
我很喜欢这样的一个东西。我觉得真的要分。
Right. And then, 现在你的 like, what's your biggest focus now? Like in terms of these 3 business, will it be the media side?
Media. Sharing on business side, like something that came very unexpectedly 是我的 printing side. Because when I started the industry, I was printing apparels. 中间我们 did branch out to flyers, name card, whatever 啦。But after COVID, right, 我们 streamlined down to just apparels. 因为我觉得 the digital world is full-fledged 来了。
Right.
所以我觉得印纸、印 flyer 迟早被淘汰。So 我觉得印衣服是一个 event 一定会用到的东西。But surprisingly, 哇 even 我们的 current globalisation, right, bro, is a sinking sunset thing in Singapore. Apparel printing, 真的 is a super sunset thing. 因为现在
没有人 print 了，
不是没有人 print，
他们直接去
中国太快呀。因为以前你从中国印有可能要1个月，那你需要一定1个礼拜，你就只有 locals 嘛，is us 嘛。Then 现在他们也是1个礼拜多
就送过来了。
Yeah, okay, but you're risking on the quality 啦 ，that's one 啦。Yeah, but 因为现在 globalisation 太发展太快 ，right? In terms of manpower and space, right? 我们这边一定比较贵，fight 不了 price。所以整个 macro economy for apparel printing, right? Be it supplier printer 全部人都好 ，right? 哇 ，it's a tough year. 所以我就跟我老婆讲 ，as a good businessman, we had a good run for 11 years, but 有可能我们要换跑道for the printing side in 1-2 years time.
Right, need to be flexible to pivot.
No, but when I started printing 的时候 ，right, 赌我是一个很长远的东西嘞。谁不需要 company T-shirt， 谁不需要 event T-shirt？ Yeah, but you see, external factors come. It's like 印报纸的没有算到有一天他会遇到 problem 嘛，你听没有？But yeah,
right.
要可以变啊。
So like the most, would you think like the most sustainable one will be your reno company?
很难讲 ，you never know. There's nothing so called most sustainable 的，因为世界都在变。
Right.
You need to keep up with times. And very luckily, I entered the media space. 因为我觉得这个 era, right, to have a voice, you need to have your IP. It's like whatever you're building now. Okay, you want to have a voice, you need to have your own IP.
Right. You want to own your own platform, your own brand.
是的
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like after building 你的 reno 跟 media company, 你学到的东西最多是什么？ Like what do you learn about the market the most?
What did I learn about the market the most?
And okay, because some people after they build multiple businesses, they start to converge them. It's like the businesses can help each other as well, in a sense. Yeah. Did you use your media to also help your reno and vice versa and stuff?
你一定会去这样做的。Yeah, 一定会的。But I still feel that 每个 industry 的 structure 很不一样。 Yeah, it's like I cannot really very simply lay out how the interior business structure works or how the media structure works. 因为这两个的 structure 都蛮 complex. Yeah, same for movies. Yeah, but like t-shirt printing 就容易嘛。
Yeah,
like 你卖一个单，你的 margin 就是拿30%，那个容易算。But within interior 跟media side structure is very different. But 我们可以做的东西就是 like what you say, right? We try to supplement each other. Yeah, 这边帮这边，这个帮这边。So a good example 就是很像我的家 renovation， 我做成一个 campaign。Yeah， 那我就去卖 sponsor lots 咯。你要 sponsor 这个可以，你 sponsor 我这个，then 我会 charge 你一个 media buy 的 fee to feature you in the video 咯，within my media company. Then 这个东西我可以 work with 我的 interior company， 所以 build everything together 咯。So at the same time, my renovation gets covered, media company 赚一点钱，renovation and we get exposure. Yeah， 就这样帮来帮去咯。
Then vendor 也是 get exposure.
I mean, but 他们 pay for it 啦，so 那个是一个 media buy 啦。
Right, right. Just now you mentioned one keyword. 你说 that 你2018的时候你去学 about the reno business. 19. Then, okay, because a lot of people, example lah, last time in school, right, there's no module, there's no degree on renovation. And you can't learn it in school, right? So, when you say you went to learn, how do you learn? Who do you learn from?
I literally went to a client, right? So a client engaged us for a video. Then 我 literally 跟他聊，跟他讲说，我有兴趣嘞，我想跟你聊，我来学。学完了 right， 我不是来做你的 worker 的，我会去开一间。Yeah, but in return I give you shares 啦。
As in that is a reno company also.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're very upfront that you want to learn.
Very upfront. Very upfront.
Right. And you learn like within that one job.
没有啦，没有。我们学的 period 有可能有9个月 before I incorporated my own in 2020.
Right. Like for somebody that has a fear of like starting out, example, they want to build their own business and they always like wonder like, how can I learn?
Start 先。
Right.
跟你讲 start 先。Like if you are that kind, right? 你这边想哇 how 啊 why 啊 will this work 啊你 just start 先。我跟你讲，很多人讲到50无后 right? 你没有 start 就是没有 start. Yeah. But you see like at that point technically 我可以不用做东西的，因为我 I got my printing company 嘛 ，is bringing decent income. But then 我就是 I feel like I'm not growing there 了，你懂吗？ That's why 我会 start
有一个瓶颈啦，有一个
Yeah， 我觉得那市场就这样大。Yeah， then that's why I want to start my media, start my renovation， 因为我觉得我要去进步，我要做别的东西。Then I went to learn, I just start somewhere 嘛。But before that， 我有一点 reno experience 啦，因为之前我开过工厂，我 office 也装修几次。So 那时候自己 manage 的嘛。So it's not say 我是完全 new。But I still do the step to go and learn residential. Then from there 就是来 grow 到今天的那个样子咯。我跟你讲，这个最好的 example right is video creation. 我跟你讲的 the stress of 按那个 upload button for your first video is there 的，因为你很怕人家 judge 你。And you normally come from your friends and family and relative. 你在做什么？
对
Yeah， 真的 like when I first started right, I got friends telling me， 不，你在做什么啊？哇，很别晒的，很
Your first few videos，
他讲很 cringe I agree 啊。But 我 starting 好吗？他讲bro， 我认识你这样久了 ，he meant well，but 你真的不适合。Then even when I got viral right, like 我妈妈看住我是你在做什么？做这种无聊的东西。去楼下那个安迪问我儿子在做什么，我都不懂啊。That kind of thing, you know 啦。Yeah, but see, I went through the journey 啊。
Right. The first few video that got you viral, what was the concept?
We started with infotainment, 那个没有人看。Then we started doing a Singapore version of a China trend video. Yeah. So that period, there's this guy called Kelvin Tan in China. Then he always flexing his Rolex. And he's saying his life how boring, need to anyhow fire employee for fun kind. Yeah. So to him, he's a rich, wealthy man. Then I did I did a version with the localized Abing version. Yeah, that means like Abing every day, see a kopitiam, play Mobile Legend, borrow money from friend, go do that kind. Yeah, so we did that kind of video.
Right.
Then we went viral.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that time you already had your reno company and then you're building a media. Is that concurrent at the same time?
No, media happened slightly earlier.
I see.
Yeah, slightly earlier.
Okay. Maybe we talk a little bit about your reno business. Maybe share with us like your current reno business. What stage is it in? Like how many people are you managing? What kind of projects do you all do?
Now we have about 45 interior designers, excluding our full-time staff, content team, administrative team. So, projects, in terms of projects, we do about 100 plus projects a year. Revenue-wise is about, last year was close to 10 for the interior end. Yeah, close to 10. So this year, we haven't concluded, so we don't know yet. But this year should be at about 10-ish lah. 10-ish lah. Cause market really got slowed down.
Right.
Yeah, we projected higher.
Right.
But all our peers say the market is sweet and we can feel it lah. We can feel it lah. So on that stage of the business, we are in our fourth year. So my pioneer team, like there are a few of them, right, who started with me. They are all now my partners. So we give shares. Got two of them, they bought in in a way. So they are now all managing partners.
Right.
So it's at a stage whereby we are stabilizing before the next big growth. Because we did a recruitment drive this year, early this year.
To get more consultants. Sales consultant.
Well, we don't call them sales consultant. We call them literally
designers. Right.
Yeah. But our approach on interior design is really quite consultant based. Yeah. So if y'all remembered the Rolex video, okay, like I slam cash, then I buy Rolex for my guys.
Yeah.
So technically
50,000.
Yeah. It's not our first year buying Rolexes for our guys. But this year we did it into a video is because it was a year of recruitment for us in the Q1 and Q2 stage. Yeah. So we started with about 20 plus early this year, and now we have about 40 plus. Yeah. But with this kind of 100% growth, right, we are spending a lot into marketing. Yeah. So I want to sustain these 40 plus people. Make sure they are good, they are of standard first before we go for the next mass one. Yeah, because these 40 people, they have to eventually be ready to lead. Yeah, like my initial team now, they are leading the whole company.
Right.
Yeah, they are leading a whole company.
Right.
Yeah, so we need to make sure they are ready.
How does it feel like handing over? You mentioned you handed over recently.
How does it feel? No, okay. Okay.
What was the decision that made you want to hand over? Is it because you want to focus on your next leg?
No, I was balancing between media and interior design. Interior design wise, we are very clear on what we are doing, where we want to go, how we want to do it. We are very clear. The entire C-suite team is aligned. Yeah, so we only hold like weekly or bi-weekly meetings, depending on that month got what thing to align the nitty-gritty stuff, right? Other than that, it's pretty much autopilot. Yeah.
And your partners will manage, your leaders will manage.
Right. But I'm still the operating CFO .
Right.
So all the money is going to go through me .
And you decided to hand over because you want to focus on media.
No, I felt that I couldn't be there and
all the time.
Yeah. And to me, if a company don't have a leader who is there, right, then 会很散. Yeah. So I cannot afford that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you appointed a new CEO.
No, he was my pioneer team.
Okay.
Yeah, he was my pioneer team.
Right. And like now that you have 40 old people, then it seems like the plan is also to expand to like how is the reno industry in Singapore? Like
complicated.
Like when it comes to renovation, and now there's like renovation portals, like also like consumers, right? Some of the consumers, they will DIY or they will like go for many quotes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe share a little bit from the perspective of a consumer. How do they like sort of educate themselves and how do they view this whole thing so that they get a good experience at the end of the day, work with a trusted company and prevent themselves from getting into like, it doesn't mean like cheap is good, right? So like, how do they view this whole thing from a consumer point of view?
I think the industry is still quite unregulated. But I see steps being taken. Like the government is starting to recognize your interior level 1, 2, 3, based on experience, based on qualification, all this kind of thing. So I think in the long run, you eventually become good. But in the meanwhile,
do you think there'll be like certification or like, do you think IDs need to 需要去考试吗？还是？
我觉得 ideally there should be a form of classifications lah, which they're implementing the level 1, 2, 3 one.
Okay, they're starting already.
Yeah.
How does it work? Level 1, 2, 3.
I cannot remember one is the best one or yeah, I think one is the best one.
Okay.
So the one is the architect level 1. 2 is the degree level 1. Then the 3 is the diploma level, or you have certain years of experience with portfolio submission. Yeah, should be this 1, 2, 3 sequence. I might be wrong. Okay, but yeah, you'll fact check and then you'll put the correct one. Yeah. So they are putting this in place to give accreditation, right, to the IDs.
Right.
So eventually everyone will have to get that. Which is good lah. Because you're registered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you cannot anyhow do things.
Right.
The problem with our industry is in the olden era, not that now don't have, they tend to collect money and zao. Yeah. And this collect money and zao thing, right? A lot of time is due to the boss overspending, gambling problem, drinking problem. So what they don't understand is, okay, what we call it like, they don't know how to manage money. They don't understand that 这个钱在你的银行 right 不是你的. They cannot understand this concept. They 收到1 million, 他講哇，你俾 millionaire 了啊，hood 啊，你看，哦，花出一輛 Lamborghini 啊，帶老婆去哪裡啊，帶小三去哪裡啊，你看。Yeah, but they don't understand that out of that 1 million, maybe only 100 plus K is yours.
Then no %.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay, then the rest need to pay supplier, right? Then eventually, right, when they roll to a point where they are not signing enough deals, or their guys are not signing enough deals, right? He don't have enough money to roll over. Yeah. Then they tow. Or just take money out. Then they re-register on the company. Then consumers are the one who suffer what? Because private limited ma. They can only sue the company, right? But then the boss will just say, oh, my bare capital 1塊錢. That kind of. Yeah. So I feel like there's this problem in the industry. And boiling down to human nature, right? It seems like within the market itself, mass market itself, people still buy the thing like discount, 20K, free a lot of things. Like people still buy that, I feel.
Even until today.
Even until today.
With so much like education online, so many videos.
Yeah, even until today.
People still fall into the trap.
Yes. And the thing is, 羊毛长在羊身上, you know what I mean? Like today, I go and buy McDonald's, $5 from supplier. You go and buy, most likely it's $5, maybe $4.90 lah. $5.10. It won't be a huge difference one. So there's no way, like costing 一样的东西, 你可以卖这样便宜. They have to earn back from some other ways. You get what I mean? Yeah, and it's just how they do it lah. Yeah. So if you ask me how to choose a design firm, right? Go for someone that you are comfortable with. Like the person understand what you're talking about, and you don't feel that 这个是来 hard sell 你的. Yeah. It need not be my firm. 我每次跟我们的 client 講 the same kind of thing. Like today, if you speak to us, you speak to me, you think that I can connect with you, I vibe with you, I understand what you're talking about, then okay, we are comfortable, we can try. But if at the quotation stage or the design, the mood board planning stage, right, you're already not comfortable with me, or I'm not comfortable with you, I rather not do the project. Yeah. Anyway, in renovation, there's so many things that can go wrong. Even with full proper planning. Yeah.
The last stage also.
Yeah, everything. What can go wrong. Yeah. So, 到时就是一起 resolve problem. Or 我给你 proposal and you need to trust me to execute the proposal. Yeah, to resolve problem.
Right.
So there needs to be synergy 的. Yeah. So 你要找到那一个人 that can understand your language.
Right. And like, what is one very memorable case study you have experienced? 以前你在 run 的时候。
For the first site.
What was that?
My upper study was supposed to guide me with my first site. Okay. Like,
as in before you started your own ID firm?
Yeah. When I was learning. So my first upper study was supposed to guide me on my first site lah. Then I remember very clearly, it's a rush project. I got 7 weeks or 6.5 weeks to do up a 5-room resale flat. Resale so got more hacking was involved, a lot of things involved. And 6-7 weeks is considered quite tight.
Right.
Yeah, for full reno lah. So my boss I say, can one bro, can one, no problem man. Yeah. And say he'll guide me. But
just take the project.
Take only. End up, nobody guide me. End up, right, out of the entire 6.5 weeks, right, I was there for like a good 35, 36 days. Every day. Full day I'm there. Cause nobody guide me, right? Then I need to be there to know what's going on. Yeah. Then I really stay there full day every day.
To see what the workers are doing, every single thing.
To literally tell them what to do properly. Yeah. That was super memorable. Yeah. But it's from all this, then I know how not to do things. Yeah.
It ended up to be a good learning experience.
Yeah. Everybody go through that. Everybody go through that. You all interior designer, right? They'll reach one point, right? They'll question themselves. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Yeah. You'll be surprised. Like, I got designers who are like our age group, right? They just hit that moment, right? They break down. They break down. It can be one very small thing. But that was the tripping point. Then they just break down. Crying. Yeah. I was like, really a question, why am I doing this? But once you're over that stage, right? Then you learn how to deal with it.
Right. What is the life of an interior designer?
Perma phone calls. Yeah. Perma replying stuff. That's about it. It's perma one. Yeah, then you're normally working late hours. Because the only time you got time to do your planning is normally at night. Yeah. So it's normally...
You mean off day? You mean off day? Near
No, we don't... No, so literally, right, 我们的 culture 是we don't dictate whether you work or not. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. If you want to work, you work. Yeah, if you don't want to work, let your manager know. Then we stop assigning the leads to you. Yeah, 就是这样而已. Like, if you're hungry enough, 你会去穷。我也不逼你. Yeah.
They're all like self-employed.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So you are tired.我这种有两个 extreme. I have people, right, who work every day one. 每天到公司到凌晨1、2点，每天。他讲 bro, you really need to take a break. 他讲没有 bro, 你有穷 finish. Then 你真的要逼他去 take a break 那种。Yeah. So 会有这样的东西发生。
Right.
But then again, 我也是做得很迟的人。Yeah. Then sometimes 他就看每个人这样做，他觉得我也可以。
Right. Are IDs like salaried people, or they draw full commission, or is it a hybrid? And then it's like, or is it like they're running a business within a business? Like, what kind of model is it?
It's all of it.
It's a mixture. It can depend.
Like for my company, right, IDs are fully commissioned. Yeah. Then of course we have manager where they have overriding out of company pocket lah. But in most firms, I think it's commission based. There are some firms where the ID get a base salary, but normally those are for permit holders. Malaysians, Chinese, they are holding permit, so they get a salary.
Right.
Then they get a very small share of commission cut.
Right. And like just like you mentioned, like sometimes IDs work until a point that just one trigger and then they break down.
Yeah.
What are those triggers? Like
normally from homeowners.
Example?
No,
like
because some homeowners, they are really very, very mean people. Some. Like, it's quite rare lah, but they are really very mean people. It just feels like...
Maybe 1 out of 10 like...
No, not 10%, maybe not 10%.
Right.
Maybe that 2-3%. Yeah, like, really, really mean people. It's like, 不可以好好讲话的。他就是 it's like 就是 anything 就是怪你，就是骂你。But sometimes it's something that is not... It can be as simple as 那个 painter 真的不小心弄破一个东西。但那个东西可以买的。Like, more than happy to replace it for you 的。Yeah, then 那个东西就打来骂你。But technically, yes, 是我们的 subcontractors 弄的。Yeah, 我们一定会负责任。But 他们 at the heat of moment 我打来骂你像一条狗这样的，不是人这样的。Yeah, so there are these kind of moments. Yeah, then 你会被 insulted 的。你真的会被 insulted 的。因为有些 profession 他们比较 moral high horse 的，他们会 like 真的是狗眼看人低的。来看你 like 不 standard 这样。Yeah. Then 有时候读的 extent 是连 like 他家的厕所都不可以用。Okay, yeah. Can be very sad things lah.
Right.
But 很少啦。
2 or 3%, 2 out of 100.
Yeah, maybe that kind.
Right. I mean, like usually, how do you like also like encourage your teammates? I mean, like especially like IDs. Like,
我们 do it very team based. So 我的 requirement 是 every month, right? The manager needs to bring their team out for team lunch every month. 是 mandatory 的。Yeah, 然后我们会 cover 一个20块的一个东西啦。
Okay,
so
就是 build 这个 culture.
Yeah, so that they are in check with what the rest of the team is doing. Then 那些 at least 如果不要做的，跟我们讲一声啦。Then 如果你要好好冲的 you let us know 啦，他们会帮你 plan。Then manager 会跟他们做 review 咯。我们 do it a major review every year. But throughout 那些你的 team lunch 小型的东西你会遇到的。And we have company cohesions quite often.
Right.
Yeah. So 我们会 build 这样的一个 culture so that everyone is comfortable with one another. Open sharing 的。你需要帮忙来 let me know. I tell you what I can. Yeah. Then on 老板 level 我们去吃饭咯，我们去吃饭聊天。大致上。
那那时候你给你的人Rolex gift 的时候，is it for your top producers or？
我们有 set 的，就是讲说，如果今年你们一 hit 到这一个 benchmark，我们 before D&D 我们就买一个 Rolex that will present to you.
For as in if they hit their own KPI 啦，their own targets.
Company KPI.
Right.
But the same KPI for other companies， 有可能你只是拿一支Montblanc pen， 这里拿一个 LV wallet.
Right.
But 我们 so we give back very heavily 啦。
Right.
We give back very heavily.
Encourage them.
It's not only encourage them. It's like 我觉得为什么手表是因为 when you wear it right, 它是一个 significance of 你的 milestone 来的。那你会记得这一个点。Yeah. And 如果真的 touch wood， 你有一天真的需要钱 ，it holds value 啦。如果我给你钱，你会just花掉了。你 confirm just 花掉了。
Right.
Yeah.
You want to create a milestone for them in your company.
对。对。
And maybe we talk about your future plans. Yeah, as the last part.
你第二份嘛
？Maybe for your life lah.
For 我的 life.
Yeah. I mean, like now you are going to be very busy with your movie.
Yes.
Once the movie is launched next year, what's next? What's next for you? You're married with kids?
Married with one kid now. Another one coming in Jan.
Congrats.
Yeah. 身体健康。So next year is going to be a busy year.
Right.
Because I'm going to launch my first movie as a director. I'm also acting in another 2. So next year, y'all see my face in cinema until sian. But I think my plan for the next 5 years, for the media space, I think I'm going to be very active lah. Because I feel that the movie space itself and the content space itself within the Southeast Asia region, there is something to look at.
Example,
Singapore and Malaysia is very connected lah in a way. But within Malaysia, they have their own Malay movie market. And within Philippines, Vietnam, they got their very individual space of content and movies. That's something that I want to explore. So I might want to open up a movie company or movie investment company. I don't know. Yeah, but that is something that I'm looking to explore lah. But I'm setting my roots right first. That's why I'm doing my own movie. I know how it's done.
Right.
Most likely I will go on to produce or direct another 2 to stabilize. So with that, right, if I stabilize, then in a way, I'll be the next gen of movie director. Yeah. So there's a few of us lah who is trying lah. So let's say I establish something there that I know that, okay, movie is something that is secured for me in this roadmap already. Then from a company POV, I want to do movie investment in the Southeast Asia space. Because it's a space whereby the big companies don't want to enter. Because 太散了. Yeah, it's not here, not there. Like Chinese got their big Chinese market. 他做一部 right, 他卖全国 easy. Hollywood, 我做一部我卖全世界容易. So 这一个 space 还没有人去真的去玩好 and 把它lump 在一起。
You're talking about Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia. 因为你别的 region 有别的 region 的 game, which 我们很难进。Yeah.
And you sort of like, you want to find the formula for Southeast Asia.
对。Yeah.
And 你找到了？
我在 test 还没有找到。我在 test。因为我觉得 in regions like ours, right, 你需要很接地气的东西啦。It's something that you want to do a film where you can tell the world what your country is about, what your culture is about, what your heritage is about. Yet, 它有可能有机会去到 international level, where people is interested to see. Yeah. So 我在考虑这方面的东西啦。
Right. 刚才 at the start of our interview, you mentioned like, my first question was like, why do you want to do movies, right? You said that it was a dream.
It's a dream.
And then you also say that doing a movie has a lot of barriers to entry. Plus, it needs a lot of like 天时地利人和.
Yes.
So now when you look back, of course now like your movie is coming out in 2025. 这个天时地利人和是什么东西? Like what was it that helped you to make this happen very soon?
你很难去 dictate 天时地利人和这个东西 but I would say opportunities only come when 你在做的当儿。Yeah, so 你需要在做东西先，不是你等 opportunity come， 你要在做东西先。then 这些东西会慢慢 form up。
So when 你讲做的这个东西，你会不会想到就是说你在
It's like if I never took my first step to create my first video.
Was that the main like catalyst you feel if you look back now?
Yeah, I mean definitely because they saw something within my video. 他觉得 there's something in this guy. 我们只是要去挖掘好来 and refine it a bit.
Right.
Yeah. So 他们most likely看到这个东西 and at that point 我真的只是在乱做 You get what I mean? But they saw something and because I was doing it then they gave this opportunity which I'm very thankful
Right.
Yeah.
And while you were doing that video like many years back, 6-7 years ago.
没有啦
4-5 years 啊
5年
COVID 啊 了久 right? Do you have a glimpse of like idea that this might happen someday?
Movie 啊有嘞 actually. Like to 我 it went viral right? 我 more or less 有 expect 到
有这个机会啊
but 我没有 expect 这样快。Cause 我的电影的 talks 跟 preparation 有2年这样久了。Yeah. So yeah 我没有 expect 这样快啦。我是跟他讲10年以后我稳了，我的 media company 的 financial strong enough 了 then
你才开始
by then 我去谈合作不难了。因为我有一个10年的 track record。
Right.
Yeah. But 这个 offer came to me when I was a bit halfway there.
So maybe like a final advice for like people who thought of or have been thinking about or contemplating to start their own business. 你觉得你的最重要的3个东西是什么？ I mean 有些人他们会讲like maybe it's mentorship, to find the right mentors. Maybe they'll say that it's timing or maybe they'll say it's courage. Like what are the top 3 things that you will list for yourself? Success formula.
Success formula
for doing your own business.
我还没有去认真想过这个问题。But I'm trying to see what worked for me.
Do you have mentors?
Don't have. But I feel that failures are your best mentors. 老实讲if 我早期没有 fail, 我不会有这些 experience. Yeah. So 我觉得你问我 first thing 我觉得很重要是 you need to embrace failure. Yeah, 这个是很重要的。你不可以 fail 了 then 你就哇惨了死了 no. Like you fail already, you learn. Like 现在你给我 fail 一个东西，我要讲 fail 了 what's the worst? I mean what can happen? Fail 咯。Yeah, but we learn what we did wrong. 如果改次我还要再做一样的东西 I learn from all this 啦 and we try something new, try something different.
Right.
So 我觉得这个是第一点。我觉得第二点的东西是 right, 你要 trust 你自己啦，你不可以管别人怎样讲。Yeah, 这个很重要。Like当人家跟我讲东西是你看没懂？
Yeah.
很少会遇到一个人他讲一个东西让我来这个有东西yeah, 因为 most of the time
有时候是 discouraging 的东西，
很多都是 discouraging 的东西啊。
Right.
Yeah. Especially when you first start out. Especially 你是在想你要不要做的时候，你刚做的时候，很多 comment 的没有 bro 你不应该这样做，没有 bro 我跟你讲你应该这样，你应该那样 like they are just comments 啦。But at that point 有可能你会 uncertain 你会去听。
Right.
Yeah, but 我跟你讲 just do what you want to do. Yeah, 相信你的直觉去做。因为 like be it any business, like 我刚刚做 business 的时候，有个人跟我讲还没有学会走，要飞啊。来看 you know 了。当时在做 content 的时候，来人家讲哎呀这些假烂了，我能不能做这种东西？然后 they ask us whether they can pay us to be on board the show. 来看，你懂吗？Yeah, it's the same bunch of people. Same bunch of people. Okay. 你管他什么？你做好你自己的东西啦。Yeah, 我是想得到2点啦。我觉得这2点重要。
最后一点，你觉得做生意脸皮要厚吗？
OK，
胆要大。
我们讲要 OK. You reminded me of a very good point. 胆那个东西啊，做生意 definitely you need to be a risk taker 啦，这是第一点啦。But I always believe in 一个东西，你要做生意先学做人。Yeah, once 你会做人 right, a lot of things will come.
做人最重要的东西是什么？
做人呢，好好做一个人呢。真的，
怎么样对待人的人？
怎样对待人很重要。如果你真的做错东西 ，you own up 啦 ，admit your mistake, you learn. Yeah, 真的是把人对待好。there are people that like 你们一定有看过有些人 ，they cannot be given authority 的，他们suddenly那个脸会来的，他们suddenly那个价值来 ，but they're just being given authority in that moment， 你懂吗？or that few period，but 他的款就来了。Yeah, some people cannot have money one。but 你看这些人不会长久的。Yeah, 所以你先把人做好来 ，then 剩的东西我 automatically 看。
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on our podcast. Appreciate it. Thanks for I think this is like really like a full business advice kind of like episode. OK, 我们忘记还有最后一个我们的 game card 啊，这个是我们100个 teammate 每人出一个 question， 让我们做。来，你选一张，来我们
idea 嘞这个。
Yeah, just
一张啊
read out the question， 一张 purple 一个蓝啊。
OK， 来
OK
purple one。I haven't read it. What is one piece of advice you wish to give to your younger self? 这个是我会 answer 一样的东西。Trust the process. 这个是 when you are younger, you don't know whether what you are doing is right or where will this go. But now looking back, after 11 years, it's like you must trust the process lah. Yeah, it's not easy, but you will survive and you eventually somehow get there lah. Okay?
Awesome.
蓝色的来。
蓝色 is about work.
In what ways does your current career align with your mission in this world? 我没有这样伟大的志愿 to save the world 啦。我只是想把我的一些想法和作品留在这个世界上 ，which is movie 啦。Yeah, cause it's still a piece of art that will stay in time to come. 所以 movie aspect 是这样。
Awesome. Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
Ready?